My name's Lauren. I am the maker behind Lolo Did It, and this is, I don't even know how many episodes this is, but this has been a very exciting week. We're doing so many things here. We are an indie dyed yarn business. We carry lots of luxury yarn. Me and my husband do it ourselves with a couple other people, and it's just been so much fun. This past week has been a lot of fun, so I have so many things to talk to you about. Thank you for those who are joining me for the first time, and thank you for those who have been sticking with me for the past several episodes. You can find me on Instagram at _LoloDidIt, on Ravelry at Lolo Did It, pretty much everywhere else at Lolo Did It, and everything that you need to know about what's going on in my shop is at www.lolodidit.com. I'll put that information at the bottom. So, thanks guys for coming and joining me. So, we have so much to talk about. First thing that I cannot wait, because this has been in the making for a while, probably, I think since the middle of January, I think is when I started the process. But I started writing down my sock recipe. Because firstly, you guys ask me all the time, hey Lauren, how do you make your socks, or what do they look like, and what's your recipe for this, what's your recipe for that? So I decided to write that down. And in the process, I also wrote down a sock recipe that looks like, that is inspired by the socks that I do on my circular sock machine. But the first pattern that's coming out is my basic short row heel, short row toe vanilla sock recipe. On Ravelry, it's going to be called Lolo's Short Row Heel pattern, and you can find it on Ravelry. I don't believe I'm going to put it on my website because it seems like you guys like your patterns available on Ravelry, so I think I'm just going to do that for this time. But let me show you what it looks like. And these socks were not knit by me. I had some amazing test knitters and some really awesome people who worked with me, most especially Marilyn. You know who you are. Thank you so much. But the testers knit these for me based on my sock recipe. And so I wanted to share them with you because I owe them their socks back. But I did ask them to send them to me because I knew I would not be able to get these socks done in time to show you, even though it's been 2 months. I literally, I knit all the time, but I don't know what's wrong with me. I never ever finish socks. I always knit the first sock and never finish them. So this sock is by Melissa Velasco. She's at Mostly Munchies on Instagram, and she knit, the recipe has several different options for a cuff, the short row heel, and 2 options for a toe. So she chose to do a standard toe, my short row heel, and a 2x2 rib cuff. This is out of my colorway I Love Rock and Roll, which is so awesome. I love this colorway. And then Wonka. So this pattern and sock sets are going to be available on my shop on April 10th, which is Tuesday. So if you're watching this now, this is when it's going to be available. Just in a few days, on Tuesday, it'll be ready for you guys to purchase. So she did such a beautiful job, and her feet, or her model of these socks, I don't know if they're actually her feet, I never asked her. She's the one who did the model for the photo on the front of the pattern. So I'm really appreciative of that. So these simple vanilla socks with a short row heel, short row toe option are going to be available on my shop on April 10th along with sock sets. So let me show you another example of this knit up. This is from Rachel Doria, and she is also a sweetie. I got to know her through this process. She is so nice, and so I'm like really thankful that I found all of these amazing test knitters through other people that I knew. I contacted some people. I'm like, do you know anyone who's willing to knit a sock within 30 days? A pair of socks within 30 days. And I think that's a lot to ask of somebody. And then please send me your socks, let me borrow them, and then I'll send them back to you. Like, that's a lot to ask from somebody. So Rachel, anyways, is really sweetheart. She's at the Woolly Nook on Instagram, And she also chose to do a standard toe, which is in my recipe, my short row heel, and then a 2x2 rib. And this is out of my colorways Vertigo and Beauty School Dropout, which is, I love this combo. I mean, both of them picked like amazing colors. I love it. I let them pick whatever they wanted. So something to talk about for the heel, and I talk about it in my pattern, but I kind of just wanted to go over it. This is a very, very simple short row heel. A lot of short row heels, the reason why I came up with this pattern for the short row heel is basically in December I was on a plane and I got to the heel of my sock and I wanted to knit the heel, but I could not remember the darn pattern for the life of me of whatever I used on the first sock. So, but it was a short row heel. So basically I recreated the heel that I do on my sock machine, just hand knitting and going back and forth in short rows. And when I got done, I was like, well, that worked really well, and it's simpler. It's a few less steps than some other short row heels than I've done before. And I was like, I'm writing this down. This is my new go-to heel because it was so simple. And you can see how basic those stitches are. Very, very basic. And Melissa did the same thing. You know, you can see the stitch. So it does look a little bit different than some other short row heel patterns. But it works really well. It holds up. I have knit this quite a few times since December on different socks, and even one of them I ripped back the sock and tried again, just to make sure that I could do it over and over and over again. So, so these are my short row heel. This is the same thing that you would do for the toe if you choose to do the short row toe. And the reason why I like the short row toe is I discovered it when I was doing the circular sock machine knitting. But I do a short row toe on there, and I really like the way that it fits and feels. It's a lot more comfortable. The Kitchener stitch is at the top of the foot instead of the end of your toe. So I really love it. So I thought I would put that in my pattern. My other pattern is going to come out in a few weeks because I'm not quite ready yet, but that's the one that's inspired by my circular sock machine, the ribbing and the way that I do the cuffs and things like that. So that's a different pattern, but it'll be out in a few weeks. So I can't wait to share that with you guys. So keep an eye out. So this is the other thing that we will have. Let me get these socks out of the way. I have their names attached on Post-it notes because I'm like, send them back. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? I can't even imagine sending someone socks. How do they trust me? But so we'll have sock sets available on my website on Tuesday. And these will be on my new yarn base L'Original. And I do have minis of L'Original too. Now the difference between the L'Original and everyday sock is this yarn base I produced myself. I came up with the amount of merino I wanted in there, the amount of nylon, the tightness of the twist on the ply, all sorts of different things, and it was an amazing experience. But this is like my dream go-to yarn for sock yarn. But also for anything else because it's so soft. This is an extra fine superwash merino. It is really soft. It's softer than everyday sock. The cool part about the minis is I actually, instead of doing 20 grams, which is kind of like, it seems like that's the standard. I don't know why it's standard. Somebody picked that probably. I did 1 ounce. So you're getting 25% more yarn in this mini than you would in my everyday sock Little Lolos. Eventually we will have these on the shop as singles, the minis, the Little Lolos, as well as the yarn, but the Little Lolos are what currently we don't have sold separately. So the only way to get a Little Lolo in L'Original currently is in a sock set. It'll eventually be done, but not right now. But the other thing that's releasing on Tuesday is the L'Original yarn base. So you will see these on the shop on a ton of different colorways. I don't even know how many, probably 40 different colorways that we dyed L'Original on. So you will have a lot of options on Tuesday if you wanted to get just the single skein without that, without the little Lolo. But these sock sets will be in my sets and kits section, and you will see sock sets. So that will come out on Tuesday. On the inside of the band, so if you take this off, oh, of course I taped it really good, but if you take this off, on the back of the yarn band of the sock set, it has the link to my Ravelry page and also coupon code for $1 off. You can take that $1 and use it toward any sock pattern. So you can use it toward this particular sock pattern, the vanilla socks, this pattern here, or you can use it toward my Machina socks pattern, which will come out in a couple weeks. Whichever one you want to use it for, you can use that $1 off either this week or within a few weeks when you get the other pattern. So that's your choice, but that's what on the inside of that ball band has a coupon code, so which is kind of nice. And then this is another, let me get another set to kind of show you. I didn't grab all the sets because that seemed kind of silly to just parade them through. But this one is Dobby Socks and Fame. That will be available. And this is Dothraki and Bourbon. So you're getting quite a lot of yarn here. But they're fantastic. And even if you're not doing socks, this is a great set to get because there's so much yarn in the little Lolo. Like I said, 25% more. So it's really, really nice. So I think I'm done talking about that. Oh, no, I have one more thing. I did restock the circular needles on size 1. I have a ton on size 0. I have quite a few on size 1, and I'm having more delivered on Monday. So if you're not a sock knitter yet, or if you need some more needles, because I think I have like 12 pairs of socks on the go, then I do have the needles, and all of the tools in the pattern are also available on my shop, so you can get all of those all in one go instead of running all over the place and trying to find what you need. So that was so exciting. I'm like thrilled. It took 2.5 months to get this out, and it was a labor of love. I think this is the most time I've ever spent on a pattern because I really, really wanted it to be very clear, very readable. I did a tutorial for YouTube, which has a direct link in the pattern for you to be able to use it. So there's lots of information in there. So hopefully this, if you guys haven't knit socks before, this is a really, really easy way to get into it. But if you have, this is a really great go-to pattern just for a vanilla sock recipe. So I hope you guys like it. So I'm excited. Okay, so what else is on the shop? Zombies and Blood Duo. This is fantastic. I love this set. I keep on thinking I'm going to knit the Lolo's mixtape pattern out of this, and then I go back and forth between this and PYT. I don't know what's wrong with me. So I can't decide on my colors, so I haven't knit it yet. But this is available on my shop. It's dyed to order, but it's a 14 business day turnaround time. It's pretty quick. And we have this on the shop until April 15th. So there's only one more week to order this, and then it's gone until the premiere of next season, which is next fall. So you need to get this if you want to cast on during the season finale, or if you want to cast on for the season premiere, or if you're into Fear the Walking Dead, or even if you're not and you just love these colors. This is available until April 15th. So go and get that. And we do have some of the yarn bases dyed up, and if I do have extras left over, I will put them on the shop, but it's going to be super limited, so make sure to grab that dye to order listing. I restocked the pocket scales. This is a super handy tool. I use it all the time. It's in all of my project bags. I have a little pocket scale, just to know, so I don't play yard chicken, just to know where I am in my yarn. And we restocked. It comes in this little cute little box. It's a really great gift, actually. I restocked our rustic silver scissors, which are super sharp and really nice to put in your craft room. I do keep a pair in my project bag, unless I'm traveling on an airplane. And I think that's it for what's restocked for the moment on accessories or things that you might need for that sock pattern. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what I've been doing, because we do have a knit along going on for the Timely cardigan, and I wanted to show you my progress. Look, I split the sleeves. Look at that. It looks like a sweater now. This is Wizengamot and Golden that I'm using. I'm using my Dreamy base, which it is dreamy. It's beautiful. And I'm really liking this. It's like, I'm like, oh, I just need another stripe. I just need another stripe. So I keep on going and going. So I'm pretty excited about that. And I wanted to show you these things. So my Dreamy base, up until knitting this cardigan, I've never had a problem with my cakes coming undone. I pull from the middle, but I've never really had like a huge yarn mess. Well, once I started knitting with Dreamy, because it's got silk in it, I had a huge mess. So I had bought these little things like months ago, before Christmas. And they're from the Precious Knit, oh, I'm going to say this wrong, Precious Knit Shop. Pretty sure, because I ordered 2 more yesterday. But she calls them skein coats. And they're just little tubes of material that hold your yarn cake so they don't come unraveled. And while I bought these several months ago, I never really found a need for them until now. So I just wanted to say that I really like them. I bought 2 more because I plan to knit all the cardigans, of course. So I thought that I'd show you guys these because they're cute. She has cute little material and they're handy. So I wanted to share that with you. Now, speaking of sweater knitting, I had a lot of people who, it seemed like you guys wanted to join in the knit along and you needed some more time. We're doing this until June 18th, so there's plenty of time to join in and start your cardigan. And I will do a prize pool giveaway for any yarn, anybody's cardigan, Timely cardigan that you knit that's 100% Lolo Did It yarn. So if you want to join in, I have prizes for you, so just get those FOs done by June 18th. That's all there is. I mean, it's like super easy. You can totally do your whips if you want to. So if you have works in progress on the Timely cardigan, join in. The more the merrier. I want to create as many sweater knitters as possible because I love it so much. I've had a lot of fun. So I decided to open up a Ravelry thread for a giveaway. I did this, I think it was Monday. Well, I had a sweater giveaway that went on Instagram over the weekend, so sweater quantity giveaway, and the winners were announced, and so I decided that everybody needs the pattern too. So I decided to give away 4 patterns in total, 2 of the Timely cardigan and 2 of the Stillwater cardigan by Marie Green. And Marie Green, actually, she messaged me and she is offering some more patterns. So I think I might just pick a few more winners from that thread. But if you're not in that thread, join in. The prompt is super simple. What colorways would you choose? Colorway or colorways? And which cardigan would you prefer to knit? And from those answers, I will gift the winners the cardigan of their choice. So that pattern. And I'll send it to their Ravelry inbox. I don't do a lot of Ravelry giveaways, so this is kind of fun. So that was because we came out with a new yarn base called Whole Lotta DK, and you guys have been eating this up. It's Paulworth Silk non-superwash DK base. This is my bourbon colorway. So when we did that giveaway, I think a lot of people realized, like, this is a really fun project. And these 2 cardigan patterns in particular, I am not a well-versed sweater knitter. I'm knitting my 2nd cardigan ever. And so these are very simple for you to read, but they have beautiful details to kind of add to it. New skills that you would pick up, but not something that I would say an advanced beginner, this is not out of your league. This is something that you can do. So that's the reason why I chose these 2 cardigan patterns to give away. And I encourage you guys to pick up your needles and go along with us. It's really fun to be in a group too, so if you see other people using the hashtag Timely Cardigan or Stillwater Cardigan, or you see the chit chat going on in Ravelry, it's really nice to just ask questions and have a group to talk to. So I hope that you guys are enjoying that. But go join in. I'll pick winners on Saturday morning. So whoever joins in by the time Saturday rolls around, then I'll pick from that pool. No time. I'm not giving you a time because I don't know what time I'll get up and go ahead and pick the winners. So sometime on Saturday. So anyways, thank you guys for joining in. This has become like my total impromptu knit along with my friend Erica turned into like all of these people are knitting this beautiful cardigan. So it's been really, really fun. Speaking of knitting together, I believe, message me on Instagram or shoot me an email, but me and Trey are going to Phoenix this weekend, and I really want to spend time at Jessica Knits. It's one of my favorite yarn stores in my drivable area. So Phoenix has a really, really beautiful place that we like going there. It's really fun because they have arts and crafts going on, where Las Vegas really doesn't have a big art and craft community. So Trey really loves woodworking and leatherworking, and so we're going there to kind of just treat ourselves to a crafting weekend. So I'm going to spend some time at Jessica Knits. If anybody wants to join me, I'm going to go there Saturday morning, whenever they open. I don't know what time they open, but I'll go there after breakfast. And they have a really pretty table in the back. I haven't been there for a few months, so I don't know if they do still have the table where everybody knits together, but it's a great way to shop and support a local business, and then also knit together. So if anybody from the Phoenix area wants to go, come join me. So now I'm going to show you what's been going on in the shop, because we have quite a few things going on. So let me just run through those quickly so that you can see what's going on and so you don't miss out on what's happening. So firstly, Yeti Goes to Hogwarts. This is my new series that we just started, and actually I put the last batch on the shop that we're going to do. So this is currently whatever's on the shop, that's the last of it until we decide to do this again. So this is Yeti Goes to Hogwarts, and this series is Yeti is going to places that are fun. So the next one, guys, I love it. I cannot wait. We already dyed it. So it's on the drying racks today. And every time I walk past the drying racks this morning, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to knit. So I might even just grab a skein of damp yarn and take it with me to Phoenix because that's how much I love it. So I can't wait. You guys are going to freak out. So this is the last Yeti Goes to Hogwarts. Yeti Goes to Someplace New. Will be available in a few weeks. So as soon as we get it dried and twisted and tagged, you know how I go. I don't have shop updates. Basically, when stuff's ready and we're ready to roll, then I put it on the shop. So that's the last one of that. We do have Hippo for Cinco was just released. And this one was so popular. I think it's because it's all the bright colors. Hippo for Cinco is just a party. So that one's on the shop now. And it's all stocked up, so I think every yarn base is available on that. We have a whole bunch of restocks. So this is Bobatons, which is a Harry Potter colorway. And it's a really pretty, like, monochrome type color with not a ton of speckles. It's really subtle and different in tonal. This is, let's see, where else? Blue Jean Baby. This is on my Simple DK base, but I have it on all the bases. It's really, really pretty oranges and blues. This is Zombie Dust. I knit my dad a pair of socks out of this colorway. He actually asked for another pair, so I'm gonna have I have to steal another skein and knit him another pair of socks. This is the Dowager Countess. I did so we just restocked this, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, and all the everyday sock and plush sock sold out. So like I dyed more everyday sock and plush sock, and then some of the other ones that were kind of a little low So I'm trying to keep this in stock because you guys seem to really love it. So I'm really trying to keep up with what you guys are asking for. So this is on my Dreamy base, which is fantastic. The Carlton. Oh, I should show you. Do I have it? Oh, I didn't grab it. I do have the Dowager Contest also on Baby Got Yak, which is really pretty. This is the Carlton, which did you guys catch Mr. Lolo? Okay, so yesterday he took my phone and he goes, Lauren. Okay, wait, hold on before I say this, because if there are little ears in the room, just, you know, cover their ears for like 5 seconds. So he's like, Lauren, can I borrow your phone? I was like, what are you going to do with it? And he's like, I just need to borrow it. And I was like, okay, well, whatever you do, don't say stupid shit and don't be mean. And he's like, okay. So I hand him my phone and he's gone for like 15 minutes. So I realized that he ended up stealing my phone, doing a live video. And then he told everybody that this is what I told him not to do. But anyways, I guess he has his own hashtag, don't do stupid shit. So it's really funny. But he showed off a whole bunch of yarn. I got to watch it afterwards. He showed off a whole bunch of yarn. He's like, well, I really love the way our warehouse laid out, and I think everybody needed a tour, so I wanted to show everybody. It was just really nice. So he is such a sweetie. He really loves this business. I mean, you see his name on probably most of the orders now. He does most of all of the shipping stuff. He writes to you guys if you have questions about your order, changes an address, or I even had one person the other week asked about yardage of a sweater pattern, and he literally on Ravelry looked up the sweater pattern and tried to find the yardage for her and all that. So he's really good. So I think he wanted to show you guys. So anyways, this is a fun colorway. The reason why we named this is after the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and his stupid dance. So the Carlton. So anyways, I know he talked about this yesterday, so I thought you guys would get a kick out of that. So we just restocked that this morning. We restocked Elegance, which is really pretty. That's on Everyday Sock. I also have it on Baby Got Yak, which is really subtle and beautiful. Love it. And Cheese Heads got restocked. And actually, so all of my football colorways I had been doing on Everyday Sock, Plush Sock, and Worsted, and once in a while I dye it on Low Biggity. But so many people were wanting to do different kinds of projects, not just socks, not just hats, so I decided to dye it on all of my different yarn bases. So now it's available for the first time on Sparkle, Solo, Dreamy, DK, which wasn't available before. So go ahead and check that out because it is available. This is it on Solo. And same thing with my other ones. My other football ones, you'll start seeing them pop up on different yarn bases, not just the limited yarn bases. Okay, I have a brand new colorway. So last year for Father's Day, my dad asked me if I could do a colorway based on the artwork of his favorite beer, which is Three Floyds Brewing Company that is based out of Northwest Indiana. And he sent me the artwork, which I should just put here, the artwork, but it's beautiful. So this is where Zombie Dust came from. And since then, we have put in Yum Yum, which is another Three Floyds beer, and now the most requested one that I got from you folks who know the brewing company, it was Gumball Head. That was the one every single time I got somebody, they're like, do Gumball Head, do Gumball Head. I'm like, okay. So Gumball Head it is. And I just die over this one. I love it. I already took it home. I already caked it up so that I can make socks for my dad, because I messaged him as soon as it got out of the dye pods. I was like, Dad, look at this. This is crazy. So he was like, I need another pair of socks. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, it has pink in it. He's like, yeah, I want a pair of socks. I'm like, okay. So this is Gumball Head here. And you guys have to check out their artwork. It is so cool. I love looking at their website because they have so many cool things. And this is it on Baby Got Yak, which is a lot darker, but still beautiful. I really love these. So this just got put on the shop this morning, like 5 minutes before I started this podcast. So that's on the shop now. And for all of my colorways, if you go to the listing And there is a section that says click here to see color combo ideas. If you click that, you will see all of the tonal colors, all the barely there colors that match this. So if you're looking for a project, it's a great way to plan whether you need 2 colors or 3 colors that go together. It's a great way to plan. So that's Gumball Head. And last but not least, yes, finally, we have Blackberry Jam back up on the shop. Thank you all for your patience. This is one of those colorways. This one in PYT, it's just a labor of love because I have so many different layers of colors going on, and it's something that we dye one at a time. So it's like, it is super labor intensive. We really try to get all of the yarn dyed before we put it up there, because if I just put 1 or 2 skeins up at a time, I think you guys would shoot me. So we kind of wait until to make sure that I have enough for the demand. But this is it on Sparkle, which is to die for. And then this is it on Dreamy, which is actually, I think this shows the color really well, because it has that sheen to it with the Dreamy with the silk. Beautiful. But we have it on all the yarn bases, so you can see it behind me. I dyed a whole bunch, so it's ready for you guys. I just put it on the shop this morning as well, and I did put up Elegance, the Carlton, Blackberry Jam, and the Dowager Contest. They all go together, so this is a really beautiful project idea for you guys who ask me all the time, like, what can I put some colors together? So this is a really great idea, and they were all restocked, so all the bases are available. So I think that's it. I think I got everything in that I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I'm at 31 minutes. Yay! So don't forget that on Tuesday we will have my sock pattern is released. So go there, go to Ravelry. I think you can favorite it right now, but it's just not up yet because I don't have the full PDF ready to go. But that will be up on Tuesday, along with the sock sets and the original on like 30 or 40 colorways that we will have it ready, available, and on the shop on Tuesday. So don't forget to check that out. I'm so excited. So thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you have an amazing weekend. If y'all are in Phoenix, I'm going to Jessica Knits on Saturday, so maybe I'll see you there. And yeah, take care. Thank you.